Captain, incoming message.
Intruder alert on deck 8. Enter authorization code. Command functions are offline. Automatic defense procedures initiated. Diagnostic complete. Sensors are functioning normally.
How's it going, everybody? You know, I watched one of the best hours of television and one of the worst hours of television back to back. It's unbelievable how that works out. Oh, so we're gonna be talking actually episode 8 of the Orville and episode what is this, 8 or 10? I don't know what it is. Star Trek Discovery. It's episode 8 of Star Trek Discovery.
Yes.
Episode 8 of Star Trek Discovery, episode 10 of the Orville. Yeah. So
Okay.
of course, Mr. Rob Robot Shlomo. Coming to Shabby Road Studios with me is Mr. Tom Connors.
Welcome to Star Trek Recovery.
Hi, I'm Rob, and I watch Star Trek. I watch STD.
Hi, Rob.
Yeah, there you go.
Hi, Rob.
Mecca's been in AA.
We're not enthusiastic about being here, to be honest, though.
What do you think I'm enthusiastic about being here? It's my show.
Look at it this way: we get to talk about Star Trek for a little while, and then we get to talk about Orville.
Yes, we do. And actually, we have a special treat. Actually,
yeah. So it's like eating your carrots before you get to your steak or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And like I said, we actually have a special treat actually this week. First time we're going to try this. And I'm not sure how well this is going to work, but I want you to get out your game pieces. We're going to play the home version of STD Bingo.
Yay!
Oh, there it is. Can you see that, people? Yay! Okay, let's go. We have Annoying Tilly. We have You're So Amazing, pretentious title episode, lens flare, shaky cam, stooge crew members, cheap redcom, no Spock to be seen, feelings, cringe moment, empathy, Gilmore Girls writers. Oh, we have to look at who wrote this episode. Michael Sal's problem, fantasy babble, punchy. Okay, whatever. I think we may have STD bingo right off the bat.
Yeah, every time, every episode.
So all right. Okay, so the name of this title was If Memory Serves. Okay, yeah, that's a pretentious title right there. So what's the chat saying about this?
Should we drink? Yes, you should drink.
Well, if you're so inclined to drink, then by all means drink. Go ahead. Okay, like I said, so we have pretentious title. Okay. How does the episode start? The episode starts with I don't even remember. I just watched it and I don't even remember.
It starts off with the actual cage.
Oh yeah, it's okay. Cheap retcon. There you go. There's another one. So yeah, it starts out with cheap. We have cheap retcon right there. Okay, cheap retcon. It starts off with a cage. Look up who wrote this so we can make sure if we can get.
But yeah, like to clarify, it actually starts off with, it says previously on Star Trek Discovery, and they just show us clips of the cage.
Yeah, so it's cheap. That is a cheap retcon. Oh, that could also qualify as a cringe moment.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we're going to good. Oh, plenty of lens flare. This starts off right off the bat with lens flares. As soon as we come back to the bridge,
and we even have eyefish cam when they're in the lift.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Wait a minute. What
is there other ones for like weird camera angles or anything?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, let me see. No Spock to be seen. Stooge crew members, empathy, ripped off scenes. Okay. No. Yeah. Okay.
The only thing we're gonna get Annoying Tilly on is if you didn't like Step Into My Office, because she actually was pretty subdued this episode.
Yeah, I think she was fine. I liked that. That was kind of cute.
I'll let the Step Into My Office go, but guess what does not get a pass from me? Say goodbye, Spock.
Goodbye, Spock.
Okay.
Oh,
goodbye,
God.
Spock. Okay, so that's
cringe.
that's another. Okay, that's a cringe moment. We can circle that actually. So that's it's twice. But wait a minute. We got a captain's log. That was a voiceover storytelling. Okay. Okay, so that was that. Unfunny joke. Oh, that was only funny. We get 2 on that one. Unfunny joke. Okay. What else can we what else can we Oh, wait a minute. Spock and Pike would go and Spock and Mikey
Feelings.
Mike
There's a
Spock
lot
would
of
go-
feelings. A lot
of feelings on that one.
Empathy. Yeah, there was empathy in that one scene.
Oh, there was a
Ripped
lot of
off
empathy in this.
scenes. Well, the whole thing is a ripped off.
Oh, they was ripped off. So okay.
Yeah.
Okay, we don't have
the darker version of that rip off of the original. So there you go.
darkness.
Get rid of that one.
Okay. Hold on. Yeah. Darkness. Can we get rid of that one?
Mm-hmm. Said it was a darker version of what came before. Yeah, we do.
Okay.
That. Tim on Flip says with $10 super chat, a little refund for my bullet you guys took for us with Captain Marvel. Thank you so much. And 321 Midnight in Brazil. Happy birthday to me.
Hey.
Well, happy birthday, Tim on Flip. It's his
Happy birthday.
We got to give him something special here. Something. There you go.
Ding,
That's
ding,
what
ding,
I can do.
All right. I'm surprised there was no blinking lights. Okay.
I'm trying to think. There might have been. Just give me a minute.
There was plenty of really confusing subplot. Okay, confusing. We have a confusing subplot with Vina. She really didn't need to be there.
Spock to be seen. Well, we can't do that one, so we don't have a bingo on that one, and we don't have a bingo, I think, on Pew Pew Pew, because I don't think there was any guns in this one.
No, there was a punching bag Pike. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. No, maybe not. Okay. Well. Okay. Definitely wooden Michael.
Yeah. We'll have to come back for punching bag one. Blinking lights. There's got to have been blinking lights somewhere in the damn show.
Okay. Nothing gross. Nothing really gross happened.
And Michael solves the problem.
Oh yeah, of course, Michael solves the problem.
Bingo!
Oh. Bingo! There we go. We got our first bingo.
That didn't take long. That doesn't take long.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. And look, we had so many possible combinations for a
even
bingo.
more. Yeah, there's even possibly more. We could
even
probably
go punching bag. We could even go punching bag Pike if we wanted to.
Maybe. I liked Pike in this episode.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute.
Captain.
Wait a minute, Georgiou. Does Georgiou the Shelby method? Does that qualify as the Shelby method? That scene with Georgiou?
Maybe. Let's see what the audience thinks. Let's give them a minute to catch up. But while we're doing that, somebody check and see if we have a Gilmore Girl writer or not.
Yes. Let's take a look here. Okay. Well, I'm still screen sharing on the GIMP thing here. So.
Okay, I'll look.
Yeah. So. So anyway.
Okay.
That didn't take long.
Unless you already started it.
No, I didn't search it. Is this now that playing the STD bingo is better than watching the episode? Like this is more entertaining.
Yeah, I'm having a hell of a lot more fun playing bingo now. I forgot all about this. I'm glad you remembered, Rob. Because I'm having more fun doing this than I did the episode, and I actually have some good things to say about this episode. Unfortunately, everything else about the episode sucks.
The Shelby method. That's when Commander Shelby came in on the Best of Both Worlds, and she came in and she pretty much just usurped Riker's authority. So yeah, so I think that qualifies as.
What about when Saru let them fight? Even though I like that scene, it still kind of counts maybe in that Pike area and also in the Shelby method. Maybe.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It's
the whole episode is kind of a Shelby method because they're everybody's kind of doing shit behind each other's backs to save Mikey Spock.
It's like an episode of Dallas.
Kind of. And the weird thing is people are actually going for the same goals, but they're acting like they're working against each other, which I thought was
so look, we have bingo this way, and we have bingo this way.
Okay, now I'm working on the writers here. Hang on here. Let me check.
Okay. Fantasy Babble. The whole show is Fantasy Babble. So
we've got.
So anytime the Spore Drive comes up, it's Fantasy Babble. So we need one more for another bingo.
Well, that's the whole huge subplot about Fantasy Babble.
And Dan Dworkin worked
on and a guy named Beatty.
Well, whoever directed this episode needs to be arrested. It was another one of those upside down, swooping camera angle, C6.
Oh, God, yes.
Oh, I hated it. I couldn't even look at the screen.
No, there was no pew pew pew, Joe Blow. No pew pew pew. Mikey Spock did Razor Phaser once, though.
Razor
He did
Phaser.
fire. Razor Phaser. Razor Phaser.
That is more fun than the episode of STD.
No Gilmore Girls.
Oh, hold on, wait. That calls for.
Let's check the director. Maybe the director counts.
Was there anything grossy then? I don't think there's even anything
No.
gross.
A gross treatment of classic characters and plot.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Does that count?
No, weird light sources. They did have weird light sources, though. Lights
So-
shining in the darkness of space when they're. I don't
You
think
know
they were
what's
anywhere near a
strange?
star.
This episode actually has a director who has worked a lot in sci-fi before.
Really?
Is it that lady who's doing Picard, the Picard series?
Clear the fuck back to RoboCop the series.
Stooge crew members. Okay, well, Stooge crew members could be for any.
It is
Any-
TJ. No, it's a guy. TJ Scott, the director.
Oh, wait a minute. No spot. Okay, we're
Okay.
one short here. We're short of this
Well, I
one.
knew
No
that we
spot.
weren't going to get that one. That's what I said. We weren't going to get that one, of course.
So yeah, we were short of that one. You are so amazing.
There
I'd
was
like
some competency in this episode, and I did notice that. It's strange, though. I will get to that later.
Blinking lights. Was there any blinking lights? There was a lot of
Not-
weird lighting choices.
Not really blinking so much. There was just a lot of weird lens flare. I did notice.
Lights on the consoles, though, so you could probably take that as a given.
Okay, well, okay, we'll do that. And look, we got another bingo. Let's get some sound effects, Tom. Right
Let it go,
there.
Randy. We got to make Rob happy.
We got another bingo.
Did we have a "You Are So Amazing" moment?
No.
Yeah, we had moments, but I don't remember if anybody said.
Mikey Spock, you were so amazing. So
I don't
No.
well, did Spock kind of say that near the end?
No, he kind of talked down to her, which I kind of liked, actually.
oh
Yeah. Well, okay. Let's give the annoying Tilly a half of one because I didn't like the step into my office, but like I said, I'll let that slide over the say goodbye.
okay, we'll give that a half of one. Okay, we'll just put
Yes.
one line through it.
Yes, that works there. Something gross happens. Well, yeah,
No,
Not
nothing
really.
gross.
not really. All right. Well, I think that's about it. I think that's all the bingos. How many bingos we got here?
Look, we
One,
got three bingos, and well, we got three bingos.
Three and a
One here,
half?
we got one here, we got one there, and we got like a half a bingo here.
Call that a half a bingo and a half a bingo down. So that's a full bingo. We'll give that a full bingo there. Then.
Okay, so we got three bingos then.
Yay.
bingo.
Three bingos
Oh, you missed
total
one.
on
You
this
missed one
episode.
Down here on the bottom. You missed one near down here.
Which
so you got
one?
four. You missed the one going across.
Oh, okay, yeah, four. So okay, so
The
this, yeah,
diagonal?
okay, this one here.
We had diagonal, too.
The original diagonal one.
We got a diagonal bingo. We got a diagonal bingo. That makes four.
We didn't quite a blackout, but we got a pretty good one going today. So, all right, let's get into the episode now that we've wasted
Four bingos. All right.
20 minutes on this now.
But
Everybody's
this
gonna get
that's it's more interesting though than
It is. It is.
Yep.
yeah. Kevin Jones said STD bingo makes watching Discovery fun.
Kind of.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. Oh. Everyone loses. Yes, nobody wins. Everybody loses and start in STD bingo.
Yes.
Oh man. Like I said, it's so we've gone from okay, all right, Pike, blah blah blah, yada yada. I'm my friend Spock, and so Spock's over the okay, I can't even remember. I just watched it 10 minutes ago and I can't even remember. That's how mundane it is.
Spock mind melded with the Red Angel and saw the future, and he got locked up and he tried to leave, and he had to like neck pinch and knock out his guards, the three people that they say he killed, because he mind melded with Burnham because Talos 4. Yeah, and
Mhm.
so he didn't really kill the people, which we kind of figured anyway. And then Michael Burnham and him were getting chased by Section 31, and oh, fuck, it's so stupid. And the dumbest thing was this whole thing, that their argument or their whatever, or their whole conflict, basically, it wasn't anything interesting like she fucked him. No, it was just they had like a little juvenile, like a seventh grade.
That moment in every animal movie, and like Harry and the Hendersons, where the person goes, "Go get away! I hate you!" and throws something at them.
Yes, it is literally seventh grade writing.
Again. That kind of shit.
Yeah,
Spot got his fifis hurt.
Yes, it was so stupid. Nobody cares about the shit other than, like, if this were written for 13-year-olds, I could forgive it. It's written for grown-ass adult Star Trek people, and not 7th graders, not 12-year-olds. This is so ridiculous. That's the whole reason they had this conflict, is because she's like, "Go away, I hate you." And she runs off into the forest, and it was stupid. And not only that, okay, so she runs off into the forest.
That's the stupidest idea I've ever heard.
Yeah, well, we don't have forests on Vulcan. We've already established that it's a desert planet. So, of course, she runs away into the forest because, that's what they have now in Vulcan, despite Memory Alpha saying time and time again. No, it's called Vulcan's Forge. It's basically, we've seen it. It's a very harsh desert, with sandstorms and everything. Not a forest. So she runs off, and a giant spider is going to get her, and I'm sad that the Red Angel saves up and saves her. And of course, Spock dreams about it, goes and tells his parents where to find her. It's so ridiculous. It's so ridiculous.
Captain Hare, $2 super chat. Did Captain Marvel and Ray defeat the Klingorks? They might as well have.
Yes.
Captain Marvel kind of did defeat the Klingorks, right?
Kind of. No, this whole thing, this convoluted bullshit with basically Spock needing therapy because of a little fight with her, and that whole thing, like, that was that damaging to him. All the other shit that he supposedly went through in that moment right there is what damaged him. Even though she continued to live with him, don't you think at some point they would have reconciled? You live under the same fucking roof. Haven't you ever fought with your brother or sister? I don't know if you have siblings, Mecca, to be honest with you. I don't think it's ever come up. But Rob, we know he has brothers. So
I do. That's news to me. No. Yeah, I do have brothers. I think the words idiot comes up a lot.
I mean, come on, you know how goddamn. I mean, I understand they're not normal siblings, but to think that, I mean, he treated her like shit the first night she came in.
Not only that, he's supposed to be a sociopath who lacks empathy. So he's that upset by her.
Yeah, it just went right over his head. Honestly, no, to be honest, that night, he shouldn't even have, why his whole reason for trying to stop her, if it was really Spock, he would have logically said, "Oh, that makes sense. See ya."
But he's supposed to be a sociopath and has no empathy.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, even as a kid, he still shouldn't have been that emotional about it. Yes, I get it. She was there to bring out his emotions, which totally goes against everything that Sarek has ever stood for. Because why in the fuck would he encourage Spock to... never mind. Fuck this.
Yeah, fuck this show. And so yeah, they have the Telosians there. Vina projects herself. I sent you a picture, Tom. This basically says why this whole episode shouldn't even fucking happen. But yeah, so they end up going to Talos 4. Even though General Order 7 says do not go there unless you want to die.
It's the only crime that still warrants the death penalty in Starfleet, in the Federation.
But so they go back there because they have to, because Spock is worth killing an entire starship for.
Yeah, they go back there.
And of course, Vina, new Vina, goes and projects herself up, and the Telosians have to. They basically want to get inside Michael Burnham's mind and find that secret of why Spock and her have this little spat, or why they don't speak. It's so important. It's so stupid that Telosians couldn't even figure it out. They had to get inside their head.
But see, like this rewrites history though. This episode, the only Earth ship that ever visited Planet Talos 4 was the USS Enterprise, commanded by Christopher Pike, with half Vulcan science officer. That's some racist shit right there. Half Vulcan?
Well, you know what? Here's the other
Hold on.
thing.
Recommendations. Be hereby noted. It's really
It makes Spock's mom look really bad because don't you think she would have tried to reconcile their relationship at some point when they were kids?
Exactly.
She knew something was up.
They were that little, and they never spoke again. They had that spat, and they never spoke
Yet they lived in the same house, not shit, not
for more than a decade. And the mother and father didn't do anything.
Yeah, it don't make no sense.
But they've rewritten history. They've rewritten Star Trek history again.
I think they rewrote their own fucking history.
These are fictional characters. These are fictional characters. You can do whatever you want. Fuck you. That's my response to that. Should I bring up a censor beat? Yeah, hold on. I'm gonna bring up a censor beat. Play my censor beat. Yeah, so they're always rewriting history on this show. It's become completely pointless. It really has.
You guys curious about what I actually liked?
What did you actually like? What did you actually like, Tom?
You got to sound more convincing than that.
No, say, Tom, what did you actually like?
No, okay. Pike was okay throughout most of the show, but I actually liked the way they handled Culber and Tyler Vach. I liked that scene. And not only did I like that scene, it was about time they actually kind of had something happen that made sense character-wise. And it even gave me a little bit more respect for Tyler Vach in a way, because they did something that made fucking sense for once on the show.
You cursed Tom. I gotta.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
There you
and
go.
Totally just you missed that one. But anyway, that's
a little late.
I love that scene. I do. I will say it. I'll admit it. I liked that scene. I liked how they handled it, and I even liked the aftermath.
Oh shit! I brought
the hell are you doing?
That's Disney. Disney's decided to put the kibosh in the show.
I kind of like what they're doing with Culber's character. Culber. How do you say it?
Culber.
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 Culber is a totally different guy.
I know. Culber. Anyway, I actually like that scene, and I liked the aftermath, and I think it's kind of funny that they're ungaying their gay couple.
I know.
Well, friends, we have living proof that gay conversion therapy actually works.
Here's my friend Culber. All you have to do is give me $5 billion, and I'll send you to the mycelial network, and you'll be fixed, my friends.
We will pray the gay away with the power of mushrooms.
That's right. That's right. Side effects. This is colorful visions. Or
this is the doctor
chasing you. That shit happens.
This is the Dr. Reverend Colonel the Dr. Reverend Colonel Billy Ray Hopper. Pray the gay away with the power of mushrooms and $130,000 in cash in small bills. Untraceable. You know I do like to go. I like to preach at the nudie bar. Don't you know that?
Sometimes it takes 2 or 3 treatments to pray the gay away.
Sometimes. So
I just thought that was kind of funny, and I liked how they handled it. It was a guy's getting into a fucking. It's what happens when guys get into a fight. It was so much what happens, and I'm like, oh God, please don't make them hug or something cringy, and they didn't. Thankfully, he's like, Tyler has his moment where he's like, basically, tell me about it. I know exactly how you fucking feel, man. You're not yourself. I get it.
Yeah, and he also he kind of let him just beat him up a little bit. He didn't really fight back.
Yeah,
either.
He did it a little bit, but he only did it enough to where it's like, he wasn't being a pussy about it, but at the same time, like I said, because he could empathize with him at the same time. So now you have this interesting dichotomy between these two characters that they actually finally set something up that makes sense.
Wait a minute, Star Trek Discovery actually they actually did something to make sense? Star Trek Discovery.
Yeah, I know.
Breaking news: Star Trek Discovery actually does something that made sense.
No.
We go to
where it goes.
Oh God!
I mean, this is the first time since Pike I've sparked a little interest in me. Well, that and Tilly.
Well, yeah. Bless her big boobed heart.
But I like that. When Saru's like, I just let him fight it out. Fuck it. You know, it's like
that's what guys need to do.
Fight, man. Sometimes brothers got to fight. You know, shit's got to be worked out. It's worked out.
That's what guys need to do. Yeah. Sometimes, you know, and then once you fight it out, then it's settled, and then that's it. You can go on with your life. You know.
Now they go through that. Now think about this for a minute. Okay. Now stop. That dude fucking killed him. Okay. Mm-hmm. And they worked that shit out pretty well. But then you go halfway across the universe and you got Spock and fucking Mikey Spock working their shit out with fucking the Telosians, who they need the Telosians where you're not even allowed to go.
They just are there for a reference. There's no reason they're there.
To work out something that could have been worked out over a cup of tea.
Exactly. Oh, they need to go into her mind. It's not even that bad of a secret. It's not like they were banging. It's not like they accidentally killed the hamster.
I mean, and somebody said it earlier in the chat. I'm sorry, I forgot who it was, but they said them banging would have been better than this. And I agree.
It would have.
Eric Kelly has a great idea. CBS is going to make a new spin-off, Star Trek Fight Club. I like that.
First rule about Star Trek Fight Club is you don't talk about Star Trek Fight Club.
Oh, so everybody knows about Star Trek Fight Club, just like Section 31?
Yeah, the Section 31 shit.
Oh, God.
And Mike, when's the next meeting of Star Trek Fight Club? We're not supposed to talk about Star Trek Fight Club. You know that? Yes, but I'd like to know when the next meeting of Star Trek Fight Club is. Okay. Tuesday.
No time making Nebula the fucking bad guy already.
Oh, God.
Daft Punk was in this one. I saw Daft Punk way in the back with the box on her head. Remember Daft Punk?
Oh, God, that one, yeah. Well, it kind of makes sense because Nebula, every time she walks by, her dubstep soundtrack plays.
Well, that's because he's out all night to get lucky.
It's much more fun to rank on this show than it is actually to analyze it. You know that?
Oh, shit. Anyway, so we had the one good scene in the show, and then we get back to the crap, which I think you guys got a little ahead of. That's why I had to jump back there. Sorry.
But Saru got dressed down for that, though. But I mean,
he did. But at least Mike understood to a point.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes brothers got to fight. You know, like I said, you know, it's like, what are you gonna do?
Not the way I would have handled it, but yeah, I understand where you come from.
Hey, I'll tell you right now, some of the best friends I ever had growing up started as fist fights.
Yeah. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Okay. You get into a fight with your best. You know, when guys fight, it's not like when girls fight. You know, even when guys argue, it's not like when girls argue. My buddy Jimmy went out with this girl Whitney. You know, and she said, you know, Jimmy and I got into a disagreement. You know, and said, you know, we said when women disagree with someone, they don't talk to someone for weeks or months sometimes. You know, Jimmy had a pretty heated discussion with
years, motherfucker, years. I've had family members that they won't even go to each other's birthdays, funerals, Christmases, if anything.
Yeah, seriously. But anyway, I know, and then they forget what they're pissed off about.
Well, yeah, you find out what the fuck it's about. It's something stupid from fucking 50 years ago that really had nothing to do with them.
Yeah. But I was, you know, I got into an argument. It wasn't really an argument, but you know, and so, you know, Whitney, you know, she'd said, "Oh, yeah, Rob called." Jimmy said to her, "Rob called." And he goes, "Rob, did you have an argument with Rob?" Yeah. He goes, "And you're still talking to him?" I'm not arguing with him, but he's still my best friend. So you know, that's how guys are. Yeah, you could be pissed off at somebody. Do you ever see the show? Ever see the HBO show Band of Brothers?
Yeah.
Yeah, after just like right after the war, they're talking with the Germans like nothing ever happened. So
well, I've even had guys on the
same guard duty.
I've even had guy friends where they forgive guy friends where I don't even understand it, and I'm a guy. Okay.
Yeah.
Like I had a guy friend. I'm like, why are you still friends with him? He slept with your fucking girlfriend while he lived in your house. Yeah, but she was a bitch. That was his answer.
Fair enough.
Yeah, men are willing to let things slide. It depends how big a scale it is. You as long as you don't talk bad about our football team, or say something about my mother, or do anything to my dog,
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah. It said, football, you never talk about a man's football. Never talk about a man's football team. You never talk about a man's mother. You never do anything to a man's dog. And that's, or, you don't wreck his car. That's another one.
Or else he turns into John Wick.
Exactly. Exactly.
Bad
But well, like you said, it's and what happened to Spock's learning disability? Yeah, obviously he had a learning disability last week. Now apparently it's gone.
Yeah, they totally forgot about that.
Altogether, I don't like this guy as Spock. I think you said before the show, Mecca, that you didn't mind some of the scenes with him.
Oh, some of his lines are actually pretty good.
Yeah,
anytime he's talking down to her.
Michael Burnham, yes.
Yeah.
It's just still not Spock.
No, he's not. I like Todd Haberkorn better on Star Trek Continues, and I like Zachary Quinto better. I mean, he's not terrible. He's playing less Sheldon than the little kid version is.
Oh yeah, that reminded me so much of young Sheldon when he was young Spock.
Yes. Oh god, and that was annoying.
Young Shell Spock. Young Spockton. I don't know, whatever you want to call it.
That one works.
But it's yeah. It's like I said, it's getting to the point they can't even keep their own canon straight. Yeah, they're violating the regular Star Trek canon, but they can't even get the shit that they're doing straight. Oh damn it. I cursed.
Oh, and they now have transporters on their fucking shuttles.
That was a thing during the TNG era. But it was just used for like emergency transport, That's why they take a shuttle. So they don't have to transport. That was just in case they had to do an emergency transport to somewhere else to get off the shuttle in case something was going wrong.
Yeah, but that's TNG. This is TOS.
And again, yeah, you're right. That's the TNG. It's TNG era. For God's sake, like I said.
How much more do we have to talk about this?
How long have we been talking about it?
Not long. Because we played bingo.
Oh, and Angry Mr. Flibble's right. Actually, and Seraph said something like this too. So Angry Mr. Flibble says, doesn't this episode confirm that STD is an alternate timeline? The Red Angel is from the future and showed Spock that Michael was killed by the creature in the forest, thus changing this timeline.
There is that portion, and when they first showed the planet starting to explode, I started to think maybe that was the
Kelvinverse.
Yeah, when that event, but then they started showing other planets, so I knew something else was up. Well, we already know. See, the weird thing is Spock mind melded with the Red Angel. Wouldn't Spock be able to know who the Red Angel is still? Isn't that kind of like once you get into somebody's mind?
Well, he said it's human and it's lonely. I'm thinking it's Mikey Spock. It's got to be Mikey Spock. Yeah, Mikey Spock. Yeah, why else would it be lonely? Because she's an idiot. That's why.
Yeah, Big Gator, but we played Big for like 15, 20 minutes. So, but still, what else is happening?
We had fun though
that we didn't cover.
Oh yeah, Culber left Stannis. Vina was in here. Who cares?
Oh,
the Section 31 shit. Georgiou and her little fucking
power trip.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And she totally oh, she cut that guy off, oh damn. Oh, shut up, you stupid white male. So, for ladies, all these people,
they just keep reinforcing that, Section 31 is the worst kept secret in Starfleet, because next episode is going to be a Section 31 episode, it looks like.
Yes.
Where we see the Section 31 headquarters that don't exist.
Do you think they have like a big neon sign, like Section 31?
Nobody talks. You've never heard of us.
Big neon sign, ladies. They advertise ladies' night drink specials all night long, happy hour. Section 31
Oh, go ahead.
That's Section 31 happy hours. That's just
yeah. It's just like that was like one of the only good things that Brie Larson said in the fucking Captain Marvel movie was when she said, it kind of makes no sense to be some secret agency and then wear your logo right on your hat or that kind of shit. Yeah, that's what this makes it feel like. It's like there's some big secret agency, but yet Tyler is just walking around the ship, throwing his dick around. It's like,
Yeah,
I'm a loser.
that's what he's every day. Ah.
Yeah, Joker 79. Don't forget to visit the Section 31 gift shop on your visit.
Thank you for visiting Section 31. Don't forget to stop by the gift shop for all your interrogation needs. We have the Section 31 home game.
We now have Mace.
It's getting ludicrous. It's getting ludicrous. It is ludicrous. It is. It's absolutely. They don't even know how to.
It's been very bipolar this season because we'll get a lot of good shit surrounded by a whole lot of bad shit.
Yeah, like the Vita stuff is just boring.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like most of this episode goes from like, okay, well, this isn't terrible to, oh my god, this is so boring.
I started to nod off. I almost fell asleep during this episode.
Well, I was afraid that either you killed yourself and I had to call the fire department to go break down your door and check on you, or you did fall asleep. What took you so long to get on? So,
yeah. So, anyway,
luckily you jumped on.
Of course,
I had the department number on my phone, getting ready to dial it and shit.
Yeah. Boy, it's like I said, it's gotten really, for like I said, like Mecca said, for the one decent thing, they surrounded with a pile of crap. They really did.
I'm convinced. I'm thoroughly convinced that Seth MacFarlane got a hold of all the scripts for this season of STD ahead of time.
Yes.
With the robot thing now.
And he's just mercilessly mocking.
Yeah, it's like everything's like, I'll do that and I'll do it better. I'll do that and I'll do it better too. Yes. I'll do that and I'll do it better. And I'll do
speaking
that.
Of which, yeah. Speaking of which, okay, let's put a wrap on this. I got
where I was going there.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about this anymore. So so you know what? Now, there you go. STD. Great. I had to turn the volume up on the sound effect.
3 out of
10. STD. Fill in the blank with that beep. Yeah.
All right. So final thoughts on this episode. It was called, what the hell was it called?
Something pretentious.
If memory serves.
If memory serves, I don't remember what it was called. But.
It was bad. It was stupid. It was boring. It had.
It's you know what? It's fan fiction. That's all this is. It's fan fiction. There's a bunch of fan fiction writers running around Hollywood, and now they've managed to worm their way in even into the Marvel offices. Everything is it's fan fiction. There's fan fiction writers at Doctor Who. There's fan fiction writers at Star Trek Discovery. There's fan fiction writers at Lucasfilm. And now there's fan fiction writers at Marvel Studios. There's fan fiction writers at Marvel Comics. And please keep them far away as possible from James Bond. Oh my God! All these fan fiction writers, they have no idea what this Mage Grey Wolf. It's not even good fan fiction. That's true. I got the bottle of water over here.
Well, I keep saying Discovery is like a bad Sheldon Cooper fanfic. It's like somebody decided to write a Sheldon Cooper fanfic Star Trek episode.
Bullshit, because Sheldon would write a much better Star Trek fan fiction than this.
I don't know. Would he?
Yes.
I don't think he would. I mean, you think so?
Yes.
At least he knows the source material.
Yes. That's what I'm saying. Yes.
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 Yes. Of course.
Right. My final thoughts on this show.
Good. Hey. Understood?
Rob, your final thoughts. Take us out to the Orville.
That's my final thought.
What are you turning into some kind of feminist?
Yeah, all right. All right. Let's get some segue music here.
Captain. Incoming message.
Intruder alert on deck 8. Enter authorization code. Command functions are offline. Automatic defense procedures initiated. Diagnostic complete. Sensors are functioning normally.
Finally, we get to talk about the Orville. Oh, thank you. A nice palate cleanser for the horribleness of the last couple weeks, the last couple days, actually. Oh boy. Yay. What was this episode titled? Gordon's episode.
Blood
Blood
of
of
Patriots.
Blood of Patriots, yes. I'm sorry.
No,
Why
notice
did I
how we
forget
were
that?
we're both like so quick to remember and jump in.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And you pointed out something to me. I'm like trying to figure out the whole time who the guest actor is because I didn't catch it in the beginning. I knew who it was.
I thought it was
And I
Robert
totally-
Duncan McNeil, was it?
Mm-mm.
No, it was Mackenzie
Mackenzie Aston.
Aston, sorry, not Austin. That'd be Sean Aston's brother, right?
Yeah.
And he was in Garbage Pail Kids.
Yeah, and Facts of Life, and you know,
Yeah.
he was yeah.
And he would be
This
also
was-
Gomez Adams' son.
This was a really
right.
good episode.
Yes.
Yes. It was a really good episode.
Yes.
So
Yes, all around. Yes
okay.
for everything.
yes. So it was, like I said.
Correct the mundo.
So like I said, really good. There you go. Like I said, it opens. They're trying to meet the rendezvous with the Krill to sign a lock fee or whatever it was called. They a prelude to a peace treaty because they tell Ed pretty much. And actually, we see Ted Danson again as Admiral Perry. I like Ted Danson as Admiral Perry.
It's not bad.
Yeah. So anyway, they're saying because Ed has the most contact with the Krill after the secret mission and after the quote unquote relationship he had with the Krill officer, that since he's had the most contact with the Krill, he's the one that gets to do the honors and sign the lock fee. And so they rendezvous with the Krill ship and they're firing on a Krill shuttle. And it turns out this guy here, Oren, he is escaping with the girl he claims is his daughter. She doesn't speak, but he's very severely injured. And it turns out Malloy knows him. See Malloy in the back there? Turns out he knows him from years ago. And so he's been held prisoner by the Krill for 20 years. The Krill killed his family, killed his wife, and his daughter is all he has left. And so she, no, don't examine her. Don't examine her. Okay. But you know, she's looks like she's been traumatized from what she's seen in the prison camp. So Gordon and Oren are getting reacquainted. Ed is getting heat from the Krill because this guy said this guy blew up three or four star cruisers. I can't remember what it was. Three star cruisers, wasn't it? Yeah. 1,200 people on board, all four of them, and that's jeopardizing the peace mission. So since this guy was in the Union, he gets free roaming the ship. So he's roaming around. Tala finds him sneaking around engineering in a storage area, and she's got her suspicions. And so help me out here because it's starting to get a little fuzzy. And so like this said, so he's having a drink with him later, and he says, oh, you know, the peace mission could Gordon says to him, the peace mission could give your wife's death meanings. Don't you ever say that about my family. And he's like, whoa, back off. I didn't mean it that way. I goes, oh, I know. Yeah. Okay. So he kind of looked at slide. So yeah. So Ed is under pressure from the Krill because the Krill want Ed to turn him over. There's no extradition treaty. And Admiral Perry is thinking about extraditing him. And so we see that this guy there's a couple of like storage units like that missing from the drive that store drive plasma or something, or I think it is. I only saw this once. Yeah. So there's
Well, you
no
should
dry
have
plasma.
but you never do.
Yeah. Well, it's because I'm trying to do it cold. So, but it sounds like I'm reading it though. But anyway.
And people just love hearing us bicker like a married couple. So
Hello. Hello, Mrs. Robinson. Hello,
you
Mrs.
never
Don
do
Robinson.
what I tell you to.
Oi!
If you
I
did,
saw you
you'd
gotta
be
be.
better off.
So anyway. so yeah. So anyway, yeah. So anyway, it turns out, like I said, that Gordon Malloy goes to Tala, says, yeah, this guy's he wants to,
Well,
there's
he's
a
torn
scene
because he wants to be able, because he wants to be able to help his friend who helped him,
Yeah.
and at the same time, his loyalty and all that kind of shit to the crew,
to the union and to Ed, and the crew, yeah. But this says, oh, we can put an end to the peace. I'm like, what? What are you talking about? End to the peace? And he goes, meet me. All we have to do is steal a shuttle, and so, like I said, Gordon goes to Tala, tells him about what's going on, and so they're in the. He goes to his buddy Oren, meet me in the shuttle bay in 5 minutes, and so they go to get a shuttle. No, they say let's do it. Yeah, so they go to shuttle bay. Tala's in there, and so it looks like Gordon has shot Tala, but it's an act. It's part of a plan to catch him in the act. So they're heading into Krill space to intercept the Krill cruiser. And they figured out that it's a one-way, mission. But how do they figure it out? It turns out that the girl who Oren says is his daughter is from a race called the Invol, and they have kind of almost like phosphorus in their blood. I can't remember what the chemical they said was, but their blood when it hits a nitrogen atmosphere becomes explosive. And Finn finds this out because she's looking at the needle marks, at the track marks. I'm like,
moment, yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, what is she on heroin? Is she on heroin? What's going on? She's shooting. Like, no, he's extracting her blood and using it as an explosive. She's the weapon. And so there's some great moments in there. And Gordon they figure out it's a one-way mission. It's a suicide mission, kamikaze mission. And Gordon has a moment where he's confronts Oren, and he doesn't care. Oren's going to go down in a blaze of glory. And so, it's too late. We're all locked in, all I have to do is enter the coordinates. And so Gordon shoots out the control panel. They're dead in the water. The timer's set on the bomb, and Gordon has to put on the spacesuit, and he's not going. And his buddy Oren's not going. He steps out of the airlock, and the shuttle explodes. Blast wave propels him, and Gordon's tumbling uncontrollably, and then the Orville picks him up. And so we have the great moment actually with the Krill. They signed the treaty, and Ed has another moment with Gordon. Says, you know what? Maybe I was a little jealous because that you were, And there was kind of a running subplot that maybe that Ed was jealous because because Oren had known Gordon longer. He was gonna lose his best friend. Because this guy just shown up after 20 years. He goes, maybe I was jealous, but hey, I'd like to hear about your friend now. And so they go and have a beer, and that's actually, it was a nice character moment. But oh man, let me tell you though, we got to see a Gordon episode though. That was so cool. We got to see him go.
They're setting him up to be some kind of diplomat or something.
I hope so.
He had like 2 or 3 moments where you can definitely tell that's kind of where they're going with his character.
Ed?
No, Gordon, because he's like, why don't we just give him something else in return? So there's that moment. He knows how to negotiate with others. And
back rubs.
Yeah, he's not quite there yet. And then he basically figures out how to solve the whole problem and dilemma they're dealing with there, because he knows peace is a very important thing right now, and getting this treaty signed is the most important thing they could do. And even at the risk of his friendship that he should be loyal to, he does it anyway because he's afraid that his friend might not be who he says he is anymore, which is true. And we had that kind of work out. Normally it would go the other way. The person would be innocent, and it would be, the typical way these kind of episodes go. But yeah, there wasn't a lot of twists and turns. Once it kind of went a certain direction, it got very predictable to a point, but I loved it. Loved that it was a more Gordon centric episode. I loved, there was some pretty funny moments here and there. not a lot of funny moments, but this is the kind of episode I was talking about when I was saying, we need to get away from all this relationship stuff. There's relationship stuff in here, but it's built into the plot that's going on outside of it, that's keeping things moving, with, a little bit more driven, not action oriented necessarily, but very plot driven at the same time, I guess, if that makes sense.
Yeah, Richie Poole says Gordon can only do one thing: pilot shuttles and starships. But it shows though he can think on his feet, but he doesn't quite have the. No,
I think they set up in that episode where he was like thinking about getting into the captain's program or whatever for that one chick, and everything that's happened since. I think they're setting him up for to kind of grow as a character that way, because this show has already shown us that they're going to do that with these characters. So I'm noticing these little things that they're sprinkling throughout to set up possibly where these characters are going to go in the future. And I think Gordon's going to play a big part in the relationships between these other cultures, because he's a very likable guy. He knows how to make friends easy. And he's been shown several times in the last few episodes to make either key moment decisions or spark a decision or motivate something that fixes a situation, especially now with the the bad guys and shit like that.
Well, that's kind of everybody on the character in a lot of ways. Everybody or every character on the show has like their kind of key moments and their key jobs. Like Claire comes in and knows everything about this girl who's gonna explode, and that all of these. Yeah, that's I do definitely think he's gonna be like.
But she's keeping her part going, because that's one thing Claire is, and that's what I'm getting at. Is her character is the seasoned veteran on the ship who pretty much knows everything, and we've already had, Mercer tell her several times that he has her there for a reason. She's like the most competent person on the ship, basically.
Yeah, right. And that's one of the things, though. I do love that about Gordon, is that they are definitely kind of, in my opinion, too. They definitely seem to be setting him up to be this diplomat character, because he tries to kind of relieve tension in situations and stuff. He'll make the joke. He'll try and say something that he knows probably won't get him killed, but something that'll be either a distraction or whatever.
Exactly. He wants everybody to get along and party. Yeah.
I don't think they're going to set him up to be a diplomat, but I think they're going to set him up to be that guy you bring along because you value his input.
It could be, but I mean, that's what I'm getting is they're giving him a character arc, though, to where he's growing, and you can see it on screen, and it's playing out not just because they want this character to be somebody or a certain way or a certain thing like Star Trek. He's actually growing into this character, and it's playing into the role, the plot.
Yeah, he's growing into more than just a pilot. Yeah, he's growing into more. He's an integral part of the crew. Yeah.
Yeah, and still, I mean, even on Discovery, when we hear the other crew members, we don't know anything about them. We don't even know if they're better at their job than they were last season, because we don't even remember seeing them last season.
There was a great actually character moment with Tala and the girl, and was she? I think she was with was she with Gordon, or was she with Lamar? They had that music, that harp, that Chilean harp or whatever it was.
Yeah, that thing was cool. It's like a holographic sort of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And and they said, and she goes, my parents made me to study this when I was younger. It's the reason why I didn't get laid during high school. And it says, I think we're getting laid now. And he saw Dan. We saw Dan. Oh, and we had that great moment between Dan and the other guy. Saying we should have like a casual Friday. Yes, I support that.
Dan would absolutely be the guy to initiate that too.
Casual Friday, yes.
Oh, did we also skip over the very opening scene where Yaphet got the medal?
Yes.
Oh,
Yaphet. Yaphet's
they actually acknowledged how. Yeah, they actually acknowledged something that happened in the previous episode. Hey, Yaphet, last time you kind of went above and beyond and you saved us. Yes. Yeah, you get a medal for that.
Yeah, see, I got this medal here. I don't have any way to pin it, but I got a medal. And hey, Claire, you want to go out with a guy who's a hero? I've got a medal to prove it. So, Yaphet. I love Yaphet. The problem with Yaphet is he's expensive to animate. They said that he's expensive to animate, so that's why you don't see a lot of him. And I really do wish they would show more of Yaphet, because he's such a great character. He's got such he's a gelatinous blob. And like I said, the Orville makes you care more about a ball of snot than Star Trek Discovery makes you care about the main character. Yeah, and he's like I said, he's a gelatinous blob, and he's got more character than a lot. He plays guitar. He loves Claire. He's an engineer. You're not supposed to talk about what he does, what his job is, but yeah, he's a funny guy. He's a really amusing guy, Yaphet. He's heroic too. I mean, like I said, those are character traits that Yaphet has. I mean, he passes the red letter media test.
Yeah. That's because he's a character. They're writing characters. They're basically writing people instead of placeholders.
Yes, they are. But like I said, this was a good episode. This was a really good episode. It was directed by Rebecca. I can't remember. But I was about to say though, when I saw the name, who directed? I can't remember. Rebecca something or other. I can't remember. But I was saying, you see, directed by a woman. Can't play that card. Can't play the gender card. Because that's where my brain goes. Yes, I'd like to see Yaphet take command of the ship. Yeah, that would be a great episode. Yeah. So, any more? What else we got to say about this video? About this episode?
It was good. It was interesting.
Yes.
We even had that we had that moment where Gordon had to kind of decide, okay, do I go against, like my orders? Almost like when Riker had to go and decide, does he tell on his old Captain Picard? That sort of moment almost, because he actually does go to Tala and say, I don't know, I haven't gone to Ed yet, but
kind of remind me of the TNG episode Pegasus. Remember that one with the phased ship that was stuck inside the asteroid? And Riker, he says, I grabbed the phaser and I defended my captain. Remember that? Do you remember that? No, I only remember that episode. No?
Uh-huh.
Oh,
Yeah.
we're caught into some drama in the Twitter or
the chat there.
Chat, I mean.
Oh, you are. Yeah, Talon Gordon had drinks. Yeah, that was a great moment. Yeah, there wasn't a boring moment on this episode.
Oh no, this episode moved like breakneck speed. I was pissed. I'm like, oh shit, it's over already, kind of thing.
I know, it was good.
It was very good. Yeah. So, man, they like I said, you got to see Gordon and Tala. You got to see Gordon and we got to see Lamar go back on the bridge.
Tala's starting to grow on me a little bit.
Oh, when she was stalling with the krill, yeah, somebody pointed out in the chat the rubber glove.
Yeah, that was good. That whole thing was good. That's starting to make me warm up to her a bit.
Oh, Carrie Dalton, yes, directed by Rebecca Rodriguez. Robert Rodriguez's sister.
Wow, I did not know
nice.
that. Cool.
Wow, hey, the apple doesn't fall far. Well, I'm saying the apple doesn't fall far tree. It's sister.
Yeah.
But it's good. Why hasn't Fox given us a third season yet? I don't know. That's a question.
Well, there was a strange announcement back in December, wasn't it? Or when was it?
Yeah, December. Yeah.
But it was not a very. They didn't really specify their source per se, and we haven't heard anything since. So
it was only on one site.
Right. That's I mean, I don't know how reliable that is. But we've heard things that they've already had. Well, we've already heard that they're getting like tax credits and stuff for a third season and all this other stuff. So it's very plausible that it's already in the bag. They just haven't announced it, or we missed the announcement somewhere. I don't know.
I think they're gonna wait till upfronts to announce.
Well, according to Brandy and Kevin, in December they said it was not only picked up for season 2 but season 3, and they are getting the tax credit for season 3 too. So yeah, that's what I heard. So that's very possible. I just never wanted to sit there and go, "Oh yeah, it's definitely happening," because I don't know, until we get some official. I guess that's the way I feel about it.
Well, they're getting a Dark Horse comic.
Yeah, I heard that.
Yes. Okay. And actually now, like I said, because I don't know if it's because they're owned by Disney, everybody's singing their praises. The Verge, the Orville has matured into serious science fiction.
And that was.
I'm like,
Same show.
it always,
What the fuck?
it always was. With the two-part episode Identity, the Orville has matured into serious science fiction. Seth MacFarlane's Star Trek homage may finally be ready for a wider audience. The only audience it wasn't ready was for you guys who kept bagging on it. Let me read the list from this. The Star Trek homage series, The Orville, is Rodney Dangerfield's of science fiction shows. It doesn't get much respect, especially from genre fans. That's not true. That is not fucking true. That's not true. That is absolutely 100% not true. I feel like Captain Kirk in Bread Circus. What he says is not the truth. Are you calling me a liar, Kirk? No, I'm merely saying what you say is not the truth. So, whether that's because of the tonally awkward blend of comedy and drama, the corporation 21st century pop culture references, or active distaste for creator Seth MacFarlane, that's it. The active distaste or an active distaste for creator Seth MacFarlane. That's the biggest thing. That's the biggest thing why the Access Media has been bagging on the Orville. It's because there is a well-established and well-documented disdain for Seth MacFarlane. There is even a timeline on RollingStone.com, the timeline of hate for Seth MacFarlane.
So are you sure you're not calling me a liar? No, I'm just saying what you're saying isn't telling. Are you not telling the truth? But let me look this up in the dictionary real quick. Definition of a liar: someone who's not telling the truth. Well, I guess I am calling you a liar.
What he says is not the truth. Picture yourself on a boat on a river with tangerine trees and marmalade skies.
Marmalade skies. I was trying to do harmonies.
Somebody calls you. You answer quite slowly. A girl with kaleidoscope eyes. Okay. For you true MacFarlane haters, that mindset may never go away. But the recent two-part episode, Identity, the series turned a corner that might finally sway some of the more indifferent audiences onto Team Orville. The episode might surprise viewers who gave up on the show after the first few episodes. It got dark. Who gave up on this show? Who gave up on it? Who gave up on it?
Actually, look at the numbers. The numbers have been consistent outside of the season premieres. And if you go into the digital numbers, they are consistent.
5.5, 6 million people watch this show a week.
They're like last season, more people are tending to watch it after the fact than when it's on live. That's the same kind of thing they had last year. What the hell is it up against? I forgot now.
Discovery, but who cares?
It's up against like Mom and The Fam over on CBS. Who knows what NBC's not a real network.
Well, is that the night that one of the other like those reality shows or anything's going on to where it would take a big audience?
Like
because they're still doing really well for the show. It's a sci-fi show. It's already a niche audience. So it's also a parody of a sci-fi show. So it's probably a niche of a niche. And when it's on, it averages about 3 million viewers, right, Rob? And then the after numbers are around 4 to 5 million every time we've looked.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Yes, roughly about 6 or 7 million are watching the Orville per week. So, like I said, it's the only people that are still doubting the show are the people who hate it. That's
ironic, Mark. See, that's very ironic that John Campea gave up on it because it was something about goofy pretend Star Trek. I gave up on John Campea a long time ago because he's like
I was about to say that.
I know.
wannabe pundit. I mean, with all due respect to the guy, I know what he's done, but he said some pretty cheap things. And
well,
way around that.
You give him due respect. I have no respect.
I feel like respect in as much as You know, he does what he does, but he has said stupid shit about, you know, the fans when it comes to like Ghostbusters and just recently about other shit. So
Star
it's like,
Wars.
you
Oh,
know,
he's the
Cousin-
guy who called us cousin humpers, right?
Cousin
yeah,
Humpy
exactly.
basement
That's the kind of shit-
dwellers.
I'm sorry. I mean, we pick on certain people at certain times and say some pretty brash shit, but we don't attack, you know, fans or groups of fans. Like there was somebody talking about something that even another YouTuber said in their video earlier, I guess. And to be honest, I don't even want to acknowledge it, even though it's pretty bad. But yeah, I don't get it.
If other YouTubers want to play the game where they have to drag people's names through the mud for hate clicks or whatever, you know, let them look like fools. Let them look like fools. It's like, you know what? I don't care. I'm not gonna watch your video.
I saw that video where that particular guy, I won't mention his name, but I was just like, I was watching it and I was just like, hey, more free advertising for us.
Well, I don't know if we're talking about the same video or not, Rob. But yeah, it's the same thing no matter what, though. Really, most of the time, I don't click on them because it's what's the point?
Yeah,
and I'm not going to respond to them because I'm not going to give them the attention. And
well,
the one that we were talking about in the chat earlier, the kind of attention he's going to get from us probably is not going to be the attention he was hoping for.
Yeah.
That's all I'm going to say, if he gets any attention at all. So anyway.
I'll probably talk about a different guy.
Probably.
Well, I'll just have to go into full Shazam mode. Shazam! So I'll take care of that. So do I look different? Yeah, I'm playing the Shazam sound effect. Yeah, I'm playing the Shazam. That's right. I'm playing the Shazam sound effect on the show that has nothing to do with Shazam because I'm so damn proud of it.
It's good. You did a great job, better than mine. So final.
You know what it
is? Oh, go ahead.
You know what it is? It's the lightning. It's the thunder.
That's
thunder.
Part of it, but your echo was better than the one I did. I think.
Yeah.
I did more reverb. You did echo, so we'll just go with that. But let's kind of give up our final thoughts on this episode. Why not? Unless there's anything else we didn't talk about it that we want to address. I mean, it was a great episode. I mean, I don't know what else to say about it.
Great episode. It is a great episode.
Yeah, I think we've got everything. It's really hard to remember sometimes when it's a good episode, like all the cool stuff.
Well, that's just it. Yeah, I'm trying to. I mean, I'm hoping we just didn't miss any major beats or anything. And
no, well, we did see Isaac back on the bridge.
Yeah, we got a quick shot about it, but that's all right. I like, and they didn't overdo Bortus in this episode. I like it when they're moving away into. I liked that it was a Gordon episode. I like that aspect that they're moving to other characters here and there instead of sticking in the same places they were so early in the season because it was getting tiring. And this is the exact kind of episode I was talking about. One that you not only get a very engaging plot, but the plot also pushes along character development as well. You know?
Yeah. I think we're gonna get another Gordon episode next week.
Okay.
See that the simulator he was in the nightclub, in the jazz club, or whatever it was.
I didn't get a preview on Hulu, so I didn't get to see a preview for next week.
Okay, well, I got to see a little bit. Yeah, but it looks like Gordon finds love. So, but like I said, Gordon's a good character.
Oh, Black Phoenix says it's 2 weeks. Damn, and we got a stupid STP episode.
Yeah, Big Gator. Yeah, we did cover Yaphet getting a medal.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, there's a hiatus. Yeah. So I don't. Well, you know why? Because the NCAA tournament starts next week.
Okay. All right. Well, it stretches.
It's no big deal. Yeah.
Yeah, it stretches a little bit.
Yeah, I know the two audiences don't exactly overlap, but at the same time, you don't want to go up against the NCAA tournament, because it's like I said, it's a big deal. You're just gonna get, and you're not gonna be able to charge as much for advertising, and so you might as well take the week off. So there's that. So anyway, a lot of people said we say "so anyway" a lot. So anyway, yeah. Well, what can I say? So
yes,
yes, I'm very upset though.
Anyway.
I will say though, I'm very upset. My package hasn't arrived from Sweetwater Sound.
Giggity.
Oh, don't
Not-
even
not-
get me started on the post office. Don't.
Are there like there's like still major delays out in the Midwest in shipping?
No, it's just stupid post office. They claim they can't get to our post boxes because basically they're not allowed to get out of their cars, even though they have all the time, and they've even brought packages up to the door. So that's bullshit. And then they tried to tell me they that's why I haven't gotten any mail all week. And then they tried to tell me that it's a free service they provide. They technically don't have to. I said, then what the fuck is postage for?
Mm.
And then basically I got told if I didn't calm down, they weren't going to give me my mail. And I'm just sitting here thinking, oh, ain't that a federal offense?
Undelivered mail.
This effect in the world, it's like you can't be upset or critical or even get remotely close to being angry as a white male before people start treating you like you're a threatening white male. All of a sudden, I might as well have been fucking carrying guns and shit or something. Anyway, I don't want to get into politics.
Well, Richie Poole said the magic word and and okay. All right. I don't have any much
part about this whole thing though, and this is the clincher of the whole story. The one box that I showed up there for in the first place wouldn't haven't even fit in the parcel box to begin with.
Really?
So I don't even know why they were making a big fuss out of the whole thing, because they were telling me that I had to clean off around the mailboxes. Well, all our mailboxes are down at the end of the block on somebody else's property. So I'm like, first of all, it's not on my property. They're all together in a group, and I can get to the mailbox. I even took a bunch of pictures, like with my hand in the mailbox and everything, for my car and stuff. Like, I don't even know what they're talking about. And nothing has changed since Monday. We have not gotten any more snow. And I got my mail on Monday. I do know that. But all of a sudden, though, since then, and I know what the reason is, but I've been going on too far and long on the story. So,
yes, you have.
Now, that's not the right sort of attitude for you to have.
All right. Any final words about this episode?
It was good. Go watch it if you haven't.
Go ahead, and if you have watched it again.
Watch it again. Tell people who've never heard of it. Go watch the Orville.
Yes.
Correctamundo.
And remember, Orange Cat good. So all right. Like I said, I don't have much more to say. Good episode. Go watch it. Go watch it again. Go watch all the episodes up to this point. Binge the Orville. Binge the hell out of it. Tell all your friends. Tell your neighbors. Tell people you don't even like. Tell people you don't even know. Stop. I want you to stop people on the street you don't even know and say, "Hey, are you watching the Orville?" That's the kind of outreach we need. Remember The Simpsons? There's subliminal, superliminal, and liminal advertising. Superliminal. Yeah. Hey, you, join the Navy. Even at Neoj. All right. What do you say? We ready to sign off on this one?
yeah, why not?
All right.
So
There's the music.
Incoming message.
Intruder alert on deck 8.
Bitch!
Enter authorization code.
You randy bastard!
Command functions are offline. Automatic defense procedures initiated.
I'm hideous! I'm a noseless freak!
Diagnostic complete. Sensors are functioning normally.
Thanks for joining us this episode. We'll catch you next time.